What's your take on what we saw was what we're calling the A team, Alpha, can't even get it out. Apple, Alphabet, and Amazon. A little bit of a tongue twister. What's your take on just the trio of those reports? Is there one theme in there that you think investors should pay attention to?
Well, I think you need to, first off, you need to look past this beat versus miss and realize that all of these companies, the stocks went up a lot yesterday and came back a little bit after hours. All of them have tremendous resources. In the case of Apple, they generated $30 billion of free cash flow, returned $24 billion to investors. Google has almost $100 billion of cash, generated $16 billion of free cash flow. And when you think about the application of AI, it's going to be those hyperscalers that need huge resources to be able to productize what AI can bring.
So you're making a really good point. I want to really touch on the cloud and more specifically about Alphabet and Amazon that really, that's a growth driver for their business. First, isn't the hyperscaler business just maturing? We keep talking about growth slowing down, but I think the consensus is that most of the workloads that were easy to move have already been moved, and now companies are just taking more time, we'll say, on their decisions. Why are people judging 20% growth so harshly? It's still positive growth.
Well, sure. And clearly there is a consumption element to cloud, which is slowing down. And part of that will be the fact that overall economic activity is slowing down. And you see that in Amazon, for example, which effectively is the US retail market, or you see it in Apple talking about a challenging macro environment, even though its iPhone business would have been flat or up substantially if they didn't have the Foxconn issue. So there are clearly some slowdowns in the wider economy, and that's leading through to consumption. There's also some of what we call demand destruction. All of those VC-funded apps that were spending heavily on cloud services, they are no longer in the game to be able to spend that money in the same way. So as you saw, all three companies talk about efficiencies and cost savings. Every other company is going to be doing that too, and that's going to impact the cloud businesses.
I feel like we're saying the same thing. I mean, we're talking 20% growth, 32% growth, still strong growth engines for these companies. And now I want to turn to AI. So last year when Google purchased Mandiant, we thought there was going to be a race for cybersecurity applications to make cloud offerings and hyperscaler offerings more robust. How does this play by Microsoft to invest in ChatGPT and OpenAI? How does that change the game for an Amazon and an Alphabet?
So I think one of the things you saw in Alphabet, and the headline of our comments this morning was it's really the company's in transition from ads to AI. We wrote a piece back in 2019 about the next $100 billion at Google, and we talked about AI as a service back in 2019. And now it's just starting to come to fruition. In the same case with Amazon, they've had years-long investment in Alexa smart speakers, but they haven't been able to productize and manage that into attractive commercial services. So the challenge now for these companies, having made such huge investments, is to make sure that they have the hyperscaler infrastructure to deliver those services or products at the lowest possible cost. And there you see both Amazon, Google, and Microsoft all continuing to invest huge levels of CapEx in their hyperscaler platforms.
So we heard Sundar Pichai say AI, I believe, 59 times, a couple dozen times, either way you want to count it. What are you expecting when it comes to Alphabet and Amazon? Is it going to be M&A? Do they have some way to increase their ability to offer AI just internally? Well, just a week ago, we heard IBM say they're really focused on AI and that they're actually looking at both organic and inorganic growth in that area. Sure. Inorganic, obviously, M&A.
Okay, we've been saying for 5 years that big tech would make no large acquisitions because they would all be dead afraid of the regulatory blowback that would happen. And you take a look at Microsoft Activision, it's now heading into its full second year, and there won't be a decision until May. I don't think any of these companies are going to look to make any large-scale acquisitions. That said, they are attracting talent, and you saw the job cuts at Amazon, at Apple, at Alphabet, and Microsoft and others. They were a fraction of the people that they hired this year. So they're still building up these areas. Make no mistake about it, but they're using the air cover of a tough economy to clean up their organizations and make sure they're fully focused on AI. I don't think there's any major acquisitions in scale for any of these companies, but I do think they will continue to bring in talent as much as they can. And I think those 150 plus AI startups out there, most of them are really hoping to be bought by Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, or one of these folks.
Yeah, a lot of speculation about M&A. So before we let you go, we talked about the A team. What's your top pick when we talk about these three stocks? And give us just the main reason why.
Well, I think if you look at a company like Apple, you realize that it's been a source of value. It's been a tremendous relative outperformer. They have 2 billion active devices. Yes, they will go through cycles where replacement lengthens on some of its products, but they really haven't fully tapped into that base of large subscribers yet, into fully expanding the services business, which had already hit a record level in the quarter. I think if you look at Alphabet and Amazon, they will spend most of 2023 materially reducing their cost base and come out into 24 in a much better, healthier position.